My name is Jose Alejandro Marte, and I'm gonna be talking about Paul Strand. This is a quote where he speaks about what does artists do and what is art. Paul Strand was born on October 16, 1890, in New York City. He received his first camera, a Brownie, from his dad at the age of 12. At a really early age, he enrolled in the ethical culture school, something that would mold his photography style in the future. He became a student of Louis Hine, and while there, went on a field trip to the 291 Gallery where he met Stiglitz, and after that, he began to take his studies of art and photography very seriously. He died in France and in Paris, 1976, at the age of 85. The Jewish Strand was inspired by Matisse and Picasso and started to experiment with abstraction and reduced form. Some examples of these are these pictures of Attraction on Twin Lakes in 1916, Paul Strand, The Jug and Fruit in 1915, The Wheel in 1917. One of his major photographies, the in 1915 he created Wall Street, and it became one of the most iconic photographs of all times because he used the use of elements of abstract photography and modern photography to create a piece of art that shows his strong conviction of social change and awareness. Also in New York, he during the same period he created wonderful images of other parts of New York. For example, this one, using geometric form, he created this one called a snow backyard. As you can see the geometric forms and angles that he was trying to show us, and a snow um, geometric backyards, the 1917 one. Using his sense of social awareness and social change and creating a new technique called candid camera, he created photos in New York like the blind women and Johnny women, 1916 both. These two pictures, he used a new technique because he didn't want people to know he was taking a photo of them. So he hid the camera and uh, and people thought that he was doing something else or taking pictures of something else when he was taking picture of them, and he got them in unaware of their that there was somebody taking a picture of them. Because of this, in 1917, or because of all these pictures of photos that he and awards that he was winning, and because Stigler recognized the major talent that the Strand had. In 1917, Stigler gave him a one main show where he could um, show his photograph to the whole world artwork. During the 1920s, he created hundreds of portraits of his wife Rebecca, who he married in 1922. Some of these photographs are Paul Strand, Rebecca, New York, 1922, platinum print, and Rebecca, New York, 1923. Also, and this one is palladium print. Due to the same time, he traveled all around the United States and Canada. And some of the pictures that he took is like this one in Canada, Quebec, of a small landscape in Canada. And this one is in 1929. And also in Colorado, uh, he took this one of American House Ghost Town in 1931. And this one was a photo gravure. After that, he went to Mexico, where he acted as the chief of photography and cinematography for the Mexican government. During during his stay there, he created the Mexican portfolio, where he wanted to show the the working man, the working family, the religious belief of the country where he was staying at. Some examples of this of the portfolio are The Woman and Baby, shown here in 1933, later printed in 1940, and Carvalho Pascual, 1933. During the last 20 years of his life, Paul Strand traveled around the world, taking pictures of villages, and he wanted to do at the end, he always wanted to do that, and he wanted to concentrate on one village in special, but before that, he went around the world taking pictures of other villages. And one example of this are this picture right here, this one, the John Boy Gondel, Florence, France, 1951, Port Strand, the Lucini family in Italy, Port Strand in Africa, Anna Antigua Frefra, 1964. And this one in Oregon, I think is France or Italy. France. So he his significance is like Poinstein's social and photography method were greatly impacted by Louis Haynes and Alfred Stieglitz. Poinstein is often discussed as the architect of so-called straight photography, also candy camera or the candy photography, a pure photography style that utilizes large format cameras to record and bring new perspective to ordinary and previously ignored subjects in the name of fine art. A strange straight aesthetic proved so persuasive that in fact that it was adopted by other luminaries in the photographic circle, and the straight idea formed part of the clarion call for the most F64 group who share similar ideas with Strand, as he has a number of others straight photography in the next several decades. Yet Strand was to push forward by extending the straight aesthetic to the field of documentary, what he did in his latest years, and he became highly regarded as something of the standard bearer for those in pursuit of social and political redress through both the still and movie images.